will never understand why we're stripping good cars to save the rust buckets. We're gonna strip it completely bare. Moving, you can see it reacts perfectly. This is gonna be awesome project. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel of Part 6 B12 Restoration. First of all, thanks a lot to you guys, whoever commented, donated a couple pounds to the channel, to this massive project. It means a lot to me. You know who you are. And as you saw, we cut the front end of the wheel arches off because they just wasn't looking right, you must admit. As you know from previous episode, this was rusted out, and save the originality and don't cut the panel out. We thought, you know, let's do this way, you know, like, and then fill it up. But I was looking at it and I thought, you know, it's just not gonna work out. Look at the amount of rust and all these weld patches. I thought, that's just like, this needs to go. When I thought everything is done with regards to body work, I was like looking like, nah, it must be done right. So I decided to cut them out. I'll need obviously cut the donor bit out, well, the plate out from the donor car. So that's the main thing what we're gonna focus on this episode. And also we're gonna talk a bit more regards to rust treatment. Because since I posted my last video, I've learned a lot. I had a few people contact me, and basically live and learn. That's what I would call it. So here's the donor. As you can see, it still should start. I'm missing the belt or something, but it still should start. And as you can see, this is quite solid chassis. All the interior is stripped, so I need to get this in the first unit and start stripping. But as you can see, there's couple of the cars needs to move first. So as you see, all the cars are moved. Now we're gonna hook up the battery and see if she starts. Yeah, believe it or not, it should start. And by the way, it's decatted, so it's gonna be loud. That's the most fun part. As you can see, there is no auxiliary belt, so no power steering. I'll have to try to manage. Yeah. We're moving. finally in the unit. Took me a while. But anyway, this is the main donor car for the Alpina. Why? Because it's a V12 pre-facelift. It's got exactly the same ABS system, like engine-wise. Obviously, Alpina's got stroked one. And well, only thing, this is not a left-hand drive, where the Alpina is left-hand drive. But I can use like all the, obviously these bits is the main bits I'm after, both sides. But I can use like all the clips, nuts, like all the insulation, like whatever underneath. I can use most of it from this car. Also gonna use one wing, because I have another wing, like body parts, bonnet. Like this is very sort of good condition car, well, was. And yeah, this will be the main donor. All I need to do now from this vehicle to take the engine out, remove the back subframe, take the fuel tank out, and that's it. I'm gonna get it out, just park with the forklift, park it somewhere, and when I'm gonna assemble the Alpina, I'll be sort of just going there and picking the parts, whichever I need. But at the moment, because obviously I'll need it on the ramp, I'll need to remove the engine and the back subframe. So I'll start slowly preparing the rest of the stuff, including the suspension for the Alpina. So let's get cracking. Subframe is down. We're gonna strip it completely bare. Plus, what I wanna do is put the bolts in one box, and well, whichever bolts are visible, I'll be zinc coating them. So basically when you look underneath, when everything's back together, everything's nice and shiny. As you saw, strip the back subframe. All the nuts and bolts are here. The ones I want to zinc coat them. With that I mean basically color like this, all of them. That's everything from the back subframe, because I'll still need to strip the front. Whatever, basically if you look underneath, whatever I'll see the nuts and bolts which I want to sort of zinc coat, I'll add to the pile. So these the ones at the moment is for the back subframe. And diffs, wishbones, hubs, all that stuff I want powder coat black. What else? Whatever I'll need, brand new bushes, that's obviously going to be replaced, and some brackets we'll buy from BMW brand new. What else? Heat shields will be brand new. Some of the pipes, obviously, plastics will be still the old ones. I'm just gonna clean them. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna keep stripping the front down. understand why we're stripping good cars to save the rust buckets. One of my mates sent me the link for a company which is really local to me. Turns out, like 20 minutes down the road, they treat the rust. They basically, whatever it's involved with the automotive body work, they'll do it. They mainly focus now on products, but I went there, they explained me what should I do, what's basically step by step. And yeah, they gave me the filler which doesn't let the moisture through, and I'm gonna start prepping the metal. After I finish the wheel arches, I'll start prepping the metal. Wherever it's bare metal, I'm gonna treat it, kill the rust, and use the primer which they supplied me, because then it can sit, let's say, I don't know, weeks or maybe a couple weeks so before it goes to the body shop without worrying about the rust come through. Because obviously, if you know bare metal, you can't leave it for like 2 minutes or so. It's gonna rust and rust and rust. Other thing is, I've found out I can kill the rust with a 45% phosphoric acid. So as you saw, I already tried. It is dry. So what I need to do is now, was just the experiment. Just to see how it reacts, and as you can see, it reacts perfectly. So all I need to do is now, for example, clean this off, degrease it, and use this primer on top. Then it can go to body shop. Then obviously I'm gonna focus mainly on prepping the subframes and suspension and everything. When it's back from the body shop, I can do everything in one go, you know, instead of again waiting on parts and stuff like that. Now I can finally open the doors to take the wings off, to take the end of the splash guards off. Finally, we got at that stage where I can drill the weld spots out. As you saw, I've took the mastic off to locate the weld spots. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably 12-ish, and down here as well. So I'm gonna drill them out and carefully remove this whole section. So hopefully it's not gonna take me too much time. Now you've seen all the sweat, blood and tears. Yeah, it took me a couple of days to do that. Anyway, cut the one panel out and you see the difference. Like, you must admit I should have done it in the first place. If you see on this panel, this is just the surface rust. Before I'm gonna weld it in, I'm gonna give both panels sandblasting, and obviously then gonna put them in. That would be a clever idea, because this is still solid and it's just tiny surface rust, and it's much, because originally on this bit, as you remember, whole bit was rusted out. Basically there wasn't any place where to put the end of the bumper on. In next episode you'll see this finally going to the body shop. All I need to do is put these panels back on, prep the bare metal, seam seal it, whatever it needs, and she's finally ready to go to the body shop. And yeah, gonna start assembling suspension back together, complete subframes, but before I need to send all these nuts and bolts to zinc plating. That's on the list. And yeah, that's about it in this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this. It was pretty much a couple days stripping, bits and bobs, taking off, cutting these panels off, but for you it was a couple minutes, for us was a couple days. As you know, hard work pays off, so hopefully end of the day this is gonna be awesome project. Stay tuned and I'll see you next time.